Order. End of question time. Minister Shan, I believe you have something to raise.
Mr. Speaker, point of order, please.
Mr. Leong.
Mr. Speaker, I propose an amendment to the question that the bill be now read a second time. To leave out the word now and add.
Mr. Leong, what are you referring to?
I'm referring to the bill that we are going to debate.
No, Minister Shan has something to raise.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I had given Mr. Speaker notice that I want to make a short ministerial statement. This relates to something that was said in the parliamentary sitting of the 3rd of August, 2021, this year, by one of the members of parliament, Ms. Khan, on the WP's motion on empowering women. And Ms. Khan had said that 3 years ago, she had accompanied a 25-year-old survivor to file a police report against a rape, and that she saw the survivor coming out crying. The survivor told her that the police officer had made comments about her dressing and the fact that she had been drinking. Ms. Khan also shared her experience with this House about going with the victim to the police, what she saw after she had filed a report, and she cited it as an example of how law enforcement needs to ensure better treatment of sexual assault survivors. My colleague, MOS Desmond, then asked for more details about the incident so that the government can investigate what happened. He explained that MHA takes these allegations very seriously and said that they had to be looked into to check if the case had been handled properly by the police, and they should not be swept aside without further investigations. Ms. Khan's response was that she had raised the example as it was her personal experience with a rape survivor. She also stated her belief that these anecdotes are not isolated and expressed the hope that such incidents could start further discussions about how victims are treated. She went on to say that the incident happened 3 years ago and she did not wish to re-traumatize the survivor whom she had accompanied. Later in the debate, Ms. Khan rose again to further clarify that she raised the example because it was her experience with the survivor and that the episode took place 3 years ago and she had been unsuccessful in getting in touch with the victim. She said this in the context that, and I quote, consent is imperative, not least to avoid re-victimization, close quotes. We take such allegations concerning the police very seriously. Ms. Khan has said that she didn't want the victim to be re-traumatized or re-victimized. I understand and empathize with that, and we will bear that in mind as we seek to investigate what happened, especially since a member has raised this here in Parliament, to make sure that we know what happened and, if necessary, discipline the police officers involved. This does not have to mean naming the victim. We will consider carefully how to protect the victim and deal with this matter sensitively. What is extremely important is that we identify the police station, the officers involved. I've given very clear instructions to the police that we have to identify the officers involved, get their versions to be fair to them, and what further steps are taken depends on the facts. the government is very serious about making sure that the police do the right thing. So if they haven't behaved well, then we must discipline them. That means investigating what happened, identifying the officers involved. That's how we have maintained an excellent home team. As I have said, this does not have to mean that the victim has to be named publicly. We will consider carefully how to proceed so as not to re-traumatize the victim. And for us to take this further, we need more details. So can the member, I ask the member through you, sir, to tell us, at the very least, the police station that she went to with the victim, and if possible, the names of the police officer or officers who attended to the victim and the member. And if she cannot remember the names, then some details, how many officers were there, some description of them, rough age, race, male or female, whatever details she can give. And when the member saw the victim come out crying after her interview, did the member bring this to the police officer's attention? What did the member say to the officers? How did the officers respond when alerted to the victim's reaction? And did the member lodge a complaint about what happened either at the time or after that? And I think the member should be able to remember the month, the year when this happened, when she went to the police station. She told the Parliament that this happened. She told the Parliament 3 times that this happened 3 years ago. Can she confirm that this took place in 2018? I should add that, since we take very seriously all these points, police have spent a lot of time searching their records since this point was made. They don't seem to be able to identify a case where Ms. Khan was present with the victim. It is entirely possible that they didn't note down Ms. Khan's name, but it is most important that the matter is not left hanging with doubt over what may or may not have happened. And as I have said, our focus is on the police officers, the reputation of Singapore Police Force, to help the victim and for us to find out what happened and to try and make sure the police officers understand better if indeed it happened in this way and change their behavior if necessary. And for the message to go out to all police officers. So, sir, through you, may I ask Ms. Khan for those details?
Ms. Riesa Khan, if you can furnish the details, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister, for the clarifications. Like I said, it did happen 3 years ago, and I haven't been successful getting in touch with the person that I accompanied. And, with regards to confidentiality, I would prefer for it to remain that way. Thank you.
So I asked which police station and which month and the identities of the officers to the extent that Ms. Khan knows them.
Ms. Khan, to facilitate the investigation by the police to check.
Thank you. I do not know the identity of the police officers.
But the questions on police station, date, etc.
With regards to confidentiality with the survivor, I would not like to reveal any of this information. Thank you.
So we are talking about the police station. That's got nothing to do with the confidentiality of the survivor.
Ms. Riesa Khan, Minister's not asking about the identity of the individual.
I understand, but with regards to confidentiality, I wouldn't like. I will not be revealing any other information. Thank you.
So I have to say that perhaps the Speaker has the power to direct answers since the matter has been raised. And through you, sir, I'll ask for a direction to be given that we be told which police station and the month. And if not the date, at least a month and which police station.
Ms. Khan, I think that's a fair question. Would you like to respond, or are you holding to the same position? The reason is that certain allegations have been made, which I think are fair and serious, and the police, I understand, would like to follow up to check to make sure that they can rectify the situation. So any leads would be useful without divulging the name of the lady concerned.
Thank you. I would still like to it to remain confidential. Thank you.
Minister.
So I don't understand this point about confidentiality. Can I ask through you, sir, for Ms. Khan to confirm in this House that everything she has told us is accurate, that she did accompany such a person, and such an incident did happen?
Ms. Khan.
Yes.
Sir, we have checked our records. We have no such case that fits in with the description that has been given by the member. I wanted to give her the option of giving us the best information she has, but she confirms that such an incident happened, that she accompanied the victim to the police station, and that she does not wish to divulge the information only because of confidentiality. Speaker and members will know that confidentiality doesn't extend to not telling us which police station. And so I will leave it here for now, but that does not mean the matter rests. The police will investigate this very serious matter further. The officers in charge in the police will interview Ms. Khan. And any allegations of misconduct concerning specific officers will be referred to SPF's Internal Affairs Office for further investigation. Because I will say to Ms. Khan through you, sir, that at the very least, she must remember which police station, which year this happened, and which month, and some details of the number and the ages and the races of the police officers whom she says. And she has confirmed for us that she did see them. Thank you, sir.